Hi everybody, I'm Hema from Leicester Libraries Neighbourhood Services. I bet you're ready for a story already. Well, here we go. Story is all about Akbar, the king, and Birbal, the minister. How did they meet? What did they do? You may ask. Well, let me tell you. It was like this. Long time ago in India, there was a king called Akbar, and he used to love going to the jungles and to the forest to see the animals. However, one day when he went, he got lost. Oh no! What now? So he said to his guards, "Go and find someone to guide us out of this forest. It's nearly getting dark and I feel quite thirsty as well." Well, they went looking, but they couldn't find anyone. Oh, Sue, what shall we do? Oh, just then they noticed a little boy, about 10-year-old, maybe about your age, or maybe 12-year-old, maybe about your friend's age. Well, he was walking home with lots of logs on his head. Yeah? To make fire at home. Excuse me, said the king. Yes, we are looking for somewhere where we can get some water and our way out back home. Said the little boy. Oh yes, well, what could he say? Well, I live in the next village and you can come to our village. We've got a big well and I can let you have the water, but you'll have to go into the well and get the water yourself. Excuse me, said Akbar, do you know who I am? So the little boy turned around and said, what, do you know who I am? What? Thought Akbar. He jumped off his horse and he went, his hands on his head, and he looked. Well, if you want water, said the little boy, then you have to follow me. But it's going to take a long time because I've got, look at my head, yeah? Lots of logs and I'm only a child. Well, what could the king say? All right, in that case, you might as well jump up onto one of our horses and we'll take you. The little boy had never been on a horse and he couldn't believe it, his luck. So, of course, off they went. They arrived just to the village where the little boy lives, and there was a well, and they had to get the water out of the well, and the king was very pleased. And then the king said, well, now do you know who I am? Well, said the little boy, do you know who I am? I live in this village. This is my village. And you are my guest. I know that. Well, I am Akbar the Great. And I am Mahesh Das, the child from this village. Akbar scratched his head thinking, this child, he's me, the emperor, the king. Well, I need to go home because I need to take these logs home for my family. One moment. I am very pleased with you assisting us. So I shall give you something in return. And should you ever come to Delhi, come and see me at the palace and I will reward you. Okay, thank you, said Mahesh. And the king gave him, you know what? No, not coins. No, not just a present. The king, you know what? He took his hand and he took his ring off his hand and he gave him a Fabi Dabi emerald ring. Is it emerald? I don't know, but an expensive ring. When you come to Agra, bring this with you and you'll be allowed in to my palace. The little boy took it, went home, and that was it. Akbar went back. Well, when Mahesh was 16, his parents said, "What would you like to do now?" "I want to go to Delhi. I want to see if I can make fortune and bring back to you." So he took the ring and he put it on his finger and off he went. When he got there, he was asking everybody, "Where is Akbar's palace? Where is Akbar's palace?" So they kept pointing him, "Turn left, turn right, go straight on. You'll see it there." When he got to the palace, there were guards there. "I would like to see the Emperor Akbar." "You want to see Akbar? Look at you." "Please, don't look at what I look like. I would like to see him." "Oh yes," said the guards. "If we let you in, how will we know that Akbar has called you?" "Well," he said, here, let me show you something that King Akbar has given me." And he showed him the ring. Well, both the guards said, "How about if we ask him, when he gets a reward, that he can share it with us?" "Good idea." "Well," said the guards, "you can go in on one condition. If you get a reward, you'll share it with us." Well, Mahesh thought about it. Good idea. Okay. So they let him in. In he went to the palace. The king was in court. So what could he do? He had to wait. So the minister said, "Yes, I've come to see Akbar." "Oh, yes." And then he showed the ring. Aha! So he knew that the king was going to reward this child. "You can only go in if you share 50% of your reward with me, Birbal." Oh my, Mahesh thought, "Okay, I will." And when the emperor was free, Mahesh went in. The emperor was overjoyed. He didn't even need to see the ring because he recognized Mahesh. And then he said, "My court is open. You will be rewarded. What would you like?" "Some gold?" Mahesh said. No. "How about some silver?" No. "A new house for your family?" No. "Then what would you like, Mahesh?" "I would like 100 whips on my back." "What?" said Akbar. 100 whips? You mean like that?" "Yes." Well, the king said, "If that's what you want," so he ordered his guards. 100 whips for the child. And he came with his whip. And the guard was just about to, when Mahesh said, Stop. "I have promised 50% of my reward to your guards." So the guards came in, and what did they get? Yes, you're right. 50 times. The guards were very sad. They thought they were really silly. "Okay, now you've got 50 left." And the guard was just about to whip Mahesh when he said, Stop. He called the minister. The minister wished to have 50% of my reward." Akbar was shocked. The minister was shocked. But what could he do? The minister was given 50. And that was it. Well, the king was so pleased with it that the king said, "From today onwards, I will name you Birbal, the wittiest in the whole wide world." And that's how Mahesh Das became Birbal, the wise one. And him and his family lived so gracefully. Do you know what? I bet you're just as clever as Birbal. because you are going to share this story with everybody, aren't you? So enjoy the story, share it. Hope to see you very soon. Till then, keep thinking.